eighth since the famous Dempsey County long count battle in Chicago 8 years before. Everyone's stunned by the fury of Lewis's attack.
What's happening, my people? It's Cass Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. Johnny Williams, Mike Magic, Ken Saul Love 1, Jarrell Hattie. Salute to everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cass Sports, the Box Historian. Today, boxing in the States, Mississippi. Boxing in the States, Mississippi. That's right. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Historian bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone today? This is the Thursday afternoon edition of Cast Sports, The Box Story. That's right, your friendly neighborhood box story, coming to a neighborhood near you soon. How's everybody? We pulled up on another weekend. We've been going back and forth with the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul situation all weekend. Guess what? It's tomorrow. So all that talk, it's going to be some crow eating this weekend. Okay, going to be some crow eating. I told you. Now, I said it's fake. Okay, going there because nobody's really wrong, you know. If it's fake, it's just fake. And then if Jake knocks Mike out, yeah, I win because I said Mike is old, man. But if Mike goes in there and knocks Jake out, then I guess I'm gonna be eating some crow. And I told y'all I don't eat no crow, so I'm not no more Cast Sports till after Christmas. Okay. Now I'm pulling for Mike, but I just think he's too old. You know. But yeah, it's a good card overall though, and Jake is good for boxing as a promoter, you know. And hey, if you want to put himself on his cards, get on there. They got down there in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. They're gonna fill that bad boy up. And Jake is you know, people say he's playing boxing, but his cards are filling up more than the boxers who's supposed to be the real boxers cards, you know. Plus Jake is making more money than them, so hey, you know, you got to give props where it's due. And since we got this big women's fight on the card, we're going to I'm gonna go over the women's pound for pound list, top 10 women, while we're waiting on 2:30 in a minute. But yeah, we got Mississippi today. Little boxing history, some significant events, and then boxers from Mississippi. Might went a little short, so I got some of the most impressive records in boxing. I did something like that before, but yeah, this is just some of the most impressive records in boxing. You know, like B-Hop being the oldest man, Joe Foreman being the oldest heavyweight, Mike is the youngest. Who got the most knockouts in history? Who got the most wins in history? Some guy won damn near 400 fights. That's the most wins. And the most consecutive wins is like 70. So we're going to go over that when we get through with the boxers from Mississippi, because it's going to run a little short, you know. But that's today, Thursday, boxing in the States, Mississippi. And tomorrow we're going to end it up with the profile as usual, this big week of boxing history. And it's the real deal. The life and career of Evander Holyfield. The real deal, Holyfield. Don't miss this fantasy match this Monday we got coming up, because it's Bud Crawford this week. Bud Crawford versus the Legends. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. First time I used the active boxer. I always put a couple in there going against the person, but this time it's Bud. Going to face about 15 legends from different eras. Let's Talk Fashion said he's going undefeated. I doubt that, but we'll see. Thomas Hearns is a tough matchup for anybody at welterweight. Now, when he moved up, you know, it was a little easier against him, but welterweight, man, he was 6'1", had that long reach, then had that all-time great jab, and that right hand. So he was a handful at welterweight because he always had a very significant height and reach advantage down there. Now, like I said, as he moved up, the size advantage wasn't as significant. But at welterweight, he was a tough matchup for everybody, man. Outboxed Sugar Ray twice. That first fight, Sugar Ray worked his way in there in the 13th round and got Hearns up out of there. And then the second fight, they called it a draw. So how will Hearns and Bud look? It's going to be a good one. Now, I don't know if he's going to have that much of a reach advantage on Bud. He's taller, got a significant height advantage, but Bud has extraordinarily long arms for his height. They say he can stand up straight and his hands can touch his knees, just standing up straight. So, yeah. So that will be significant, Bud and Hearns. He won't have that real big reach advantage. So, yeah. You know, and Bud is a good, accurate counter puncher. So, yeah. 2 counter punches, really. So we're gonna find on Monday how that goes, okay? But let's look at the women 10-pound, top 12 women in boxing today. Okay, today. Now this ain't set in concrete, you know. This is opinionated, you know. But it ain't. I don't have no agenda like those sanctioning bodies do, you know. You know, they certain fighters like Mauricio, he's Mexican biased. You know, they all got their picks. One of them is which one is it? This is the WBO. One of them is top ranked biased. One of them was always picking the PNC, was always biased toward the PNC fighters. And Eddie got his one that's biased toward him. So yeah, these sanctioning bodies have an agenda, you know. But let's see the top 12 women boxers in boxing today is, right? Of course, number 1 is the GOAT, right? And she's currently 15-0 with 3 knockouts. The GOAT ain't stopped. I wonder who the 3 people was she stopped. Wow. But she's all over the place. I don't know where she's fighting at. She's got titles that she was undisputed at junior middleweight. I think she had a title at super middleweight, not undisputed. Now she's got one at heavyweight. So I don't know what weight the GOAT's fighting at. But she's number 1, my number 1. 2, Katie Taylor. Now Katie Taylor, 2 and 3. Katie and Amanda, you can interchange them too. I ain't mad at you. You can have either one of them 2 and 3. But I got Amanda 2. Katie 2, just because she wasn't the fight between them. Okay. And Katie is what is she? 21 and 1, 23 and 1 with 6 knockouts. She ain't knocking nobody out either. But Katie Taylor 2. She's the super lightweight undisputed champion. She was undisputed at lightweight too, but she dropped some belts there. She was two weight divisions at the simultaneously undisputed. And do her Henry Armstrong imitation. But she's 2, putting her junior welterweight on the line tomorrow against number 3, Amanda, right? Amanda's number 3. She's how come I see all these people? Jabril said Melanie Queen and Thomas Hill. I don't see them. But salute Melanie Queen and Thomas Hill. I don't see y'all. Now let's salute them ahead of time. I don't know, but salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate you. Yeah, Amanda is 3. She has 50 fights, 47 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 31 knockouts. Now Amanda's sitting them down, right? 31 knockouts is a great knockout for women, you know. But she has 47 wins. It ain't a high rate like, you know, compared to the men's, but 31, yeah, it might be 60 or high 50s. So her knockout rate is 65, not bad. 6 out of 10 people goes up out of this. And she's going for her 8th division tomorrow, junior welterweight. Yeah, she will. If she can get this win, she will tie Manny. And then if she can go to welterweight and get that, she'll be the queen, you know. She'll be the tops. Defiant Arnie 1, how are you today? We just, you know, I always start at 2:30, so I'll be waiting. I was looking at the top 10 women fighters in the world today, Defiant Arnie. Let me review for you. We only had 3. So 1, I had the GOAT, Clarissa Shields. Then I had Katie at 2. Amanda Serrano at 3. But Katie and Amanda, you can interchange them. 1, 2, 1, 3. It doesn't matter to me. I ain't mad at you. But I got Amanda 2 just on the strength of she won the fight between them. So Amanda's 3. 4, I got Chantel Cameron, right? 19 and 1, 8 knockouts. Chantel is 4. She had that 2-fight series with was it Chantel with the head with Katie? I get her and Michaela Mayer mixed up. I think it was Chantel. Yeah, her and Katie was each other's only loss, and I thought that had trilogy written all over it. You know, both fights were each other's only loss. Both were majority decisions. You know, one judge had each fight a draw, man. So I thought they was going to get right back in there, but that was last year, November, when Katie got her 2nd undisputed. So may not see them again because Katie is going toward the end. What is she, 39, 40? So we may not see them again, but yeah, I would love to saw that trilogy. Trump in the building. What's up, Trump? Yeah, Trump says Serrano got robbed the first one. I thought so too, Trump. But we'll see how this one goes. That's the good thing, Trump. She getting another opportunity. I thought they was going to fight a long time ago, but It was supposed to be in Ireland, remember, because they fought in Amanda's hometown first, New York, and I thought the second one was in Ireland, but Jake is in there. Jake got it down there in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Dallas Cowboys Stadium. With salute, Charles. So 5, Natasha Jonas. Comes in at number 5 of the active women, pound for pound. Natasha is 15-2 with 1 draw, 9 knockouts. 6, Gabriela Fundora, sister of the Towering Inferno, right? I don't know how they do it, man. Like, he's 6'7" at 154, and she's 5'9" at 112. How do they squeeze down into the waist with all that height, man? But they do it. Wow. I got to see one of her weigh-ins, man. I see just how she look. 5'9", 112? Come on, man. But, hey, she continues to make it. I think she's undisputed there now, right? But she's number 6. Number 7 is Michaela Mayer. Michaela is 20 wins, 2 losses, 5 knockouts. Yeah, she's number 7. Top women pound for pound, active. 8, Yokasta Valle, veteran fighter, 31 wins, 3 losses, 10 knockouts. 9, Dina Thorslund, undefeated, 22 wins, no losses, 9 knockouts. 10, Sandy Ryan. Now, Sandy just has 10 fights, but she's been fighting for a minute, but she's won 7, lost 2. She has 1 draw. And 3 knockouts, Sandy Ryan. 11, the real veteran, Delphine Persoon. This lady has 52 fights. Now, I thought they robbed her against Amanda a few years, like 2019, 2020, somewhere around in there. Not Amanda, Katie Taylor. And Katie was, still, they was trying to, get her name up there bigger than it was. And close fight against Katie Taylor, you wasn't getting it. I thought Delphine pulled that out, but they gave it to Katie. But Delphine has 49 wins, 3 losses, and 19 knockouts. Got a little pop. Will lay you down sometimes. And finally, I thought I said 10, but I did 12. Finally, number 12 is Gabriela Celeste Allianez. And she's 15-1, just 1 loss, 6 knockouts. Those are the top 12 women in boxing today. Clarissa Shields, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Chantel Cameron, Natasha Jonas, Gabriela Fundora, Michaela Mayer, Yokasta Valle, Dina Thorslund, Sandy Ryan, Delphine Persoon, Gabriela Celeste Allianez. That's it. What y'all think about that? Am I crazy? Yeah. Some lists have Katie number 1, some have the GOAT. But some have Katie 2, Amanda 3, Amanda 2, Katie 3. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. 2 and 3 is either Katie or Amanda, whichever way you want to put it. The only reason I put Katie there was, like I said, she won the fight between them, so, which I don't think she did. And I thought sure Amanda was going to have 3 minutes this time, because that first fight, had it been 3-minute rounds, she would have stopped Katie, because she had just about out of there a couple, about 2 or 3 times in the middle rounds, man. And the bell saved Katie. But that's part of the reason why when Amanda stopped fighting those 10 2-minute rounds. But I don't know, for some reason this is 10 2 minutes. Probably Katie, because she knows 3 minutes Amanda would probably stop her. And I've seen a few fights. Katie been in that 3-minute rounds, she would have been up out of there at least like 3 different times. Definitely that Amanda fight. So it's 10 rounds, 2 minutes, which I don't agree with, but hey, it is what it is. I guess Amanda said, what she get, like 20 mil? I'll fight 5 rounds, 1 minute, 20 million. They was like, stop complaining about the minutes, Amanda. You're getting 20 million. Okay, yeah. They said Jake getting 40 mil. Wow. Mike getting, Amanda's getting 10 million. 10 million. Yeah, Mike's getting 20. Jake's getting 40. Of course, he's the promoter, It's his company. You're not going to get more than the one that owns the company in no kind of business, right? So, yes. But, yeah, Jake has been good for women, good for boxing, period. He's filling that void that these active boxers ain't filling. That's all. They're not giving us the fights we want, so, hey, we got to go somewhere. And, and Mike is 58, but People still paying their money to see him. He can go out there and make $20 million. I don't care if he's 108. Go out there and get it, man. You know? Well, you know, I would say he's 58, won't be able to beat Jake, but hey, people still paying to see him. You go get that bag, go get it, man. You know? Hey, more of those old guys going to be trying to get in there. Trump says Mia St. John could have been a model. Yeah, she could have, Trump. I think she was, wasn't she? Wasn't she a model too, Trump? But I see what you're saying. She could have been a full-time model. Yeah, beautiful woman, Mia St. John. Is she still boxing? I'm not sure if Mia St. John is still out there or not. But yeah, Mia could have been a model. She was bad too. Yeah, she could fight too. I think was it her that got a woman out of there like 7 seconds one time or something? Yeah, I think it was Mia. That's the record. The men's record is 11 seconds. I think it was Mia. One of them women got somebody out of there in 7 seconds. It might have been Senice. Oh, I forgot Senice Estrada. Damn, how did I do that? She would fit up in there like, man. 4. Move everybody back 1. I put Senice right behind Katie and Amanda. How did I do that? Yeah. So the 1 would be Clarissa, 2 Katie Taylor, 3 Amanda Serrano, 4 Senice Estrada, then 5 Chantel Cameron, 6 Natasha Jonas, 7 Gabriela Fundora, 8 Michaela Mayer, 9 Yocasta Valet, and 10 Dina Thorson. Yeah. I had to move it. I forgot all about Senice Estrada. That's a bad girl. And I think she's undisputed. Yeah. I don't know how I did that, man. Yeah, she belongs up in there. Top 5. Senice. And she's down around 108 or something. Small, but small package. You know, the small, bad, small package, man. Yeah. But we got the big women's fight tomorrow. That's why I did this today. You know, Katie and Amanda, part 2. And I looked for Katie would score. She kept making Amanda reset, but sometimes Katie would stop moving. Her feet would be stationary. That's when Amanda was having her success. But when Katie was on the move and Amanda kept having to reset, Katie was scoring. And yeah, see who makes the adjustments. Amanda got to adjust to that movement, you know, and be able to shut Katie down. And Katie just got to be able to, you know, because you know Amanda going to try that, so she just got to concentrate, because she did her best when she was on the move, you know. That was her best moments of the fight. And Amanda caught it when she got stationary too, a couple of times. Tim Layton. What's up, Tim Layton? Hashtag JBT in the building. We were just talking about some of the top women, Tim, since we got that big women's fight tomorrow. Yeah. Amanda and Katie part 2. In a couple minutes, we're going to talk about some boxing in Mississippi. I got these big fights between some old timers they had down there and a place called Pass Christian. And then Pass Christian in Mississippi. Then we got women's boxing was big down there after World War II. Got a little thing about that. Then we're going to go into the boxers from Mississippi. You know, 2 big ones, Henry Armstrong and Archie Moore, right? Ernie Terrell. Remember his sister used to sing. He used to be one of the Motown stars. And he was the one Ali. He wouldn't call Muhammad Ali. He kept calling him Cassius Clay after Ali had changed his name. And all through the run up to the fight, the press conferences, he kept calling him Cassius Clay. And Ali got him in the ring and beat it out of him. He kept beating on him until he called him Cassius Clay. He was actually saying, "What's my name?" as he was hitting on him. And Ernie Terrell finally said, "Muhammad Ali." He beat it out of him, man, literally. But Ernie's from Mississippi, yeah. And then after that, we went a little short. I got this thing on some of the most impressive records in boxing. You know, like Floyd's 50-0. He ain't the only one that retired undefeated, but probably the most impressive. Because, you know, Floyd beat like 20-something champions. And, you know, Manny's 8 weight divisions, which is in jeopardy. Because I think Amanda's going for number 8 tomorrow, if she can win this fight. And then if she can get the welterweight, that's 9. So Manny, that 8 is in jeopardy, right? But Manny has it right now. Yeah, and then, yeah, some of the records. the most wins in history. Some guy got almost 400 wins, man. Yeah, some old school guy. And then the most consecutive wins, some guy got one almost 70 in a row, man. Yeah, we're going to talk about him today on Cash Sports the Box Story. And remember, tomorrow we're going to end it up with the profile as usual. The real deal, Evander Holyfield is the profile tomorrow. We're going to talk about the bite fight with Mike Tyson. Not only, people always say he bit Evander's ear. No, he did not. He bit part of it off. He didn't just bite it. He bit part of it off. And it's weird when you watch that because he was standing there chewing on Evander's ear, and Evander was standing there letting him. Why didn't he just pull back or something? Punch him. Because you don't just bite somebody's ear and part comes off. You got to chew it off, right? So what did Evander think he was doing, man? Didn't he feel it on his ear? Damn. It was weird. But we'll talk about that tomorrow, the two Tyson fights, because Evander Holyfield is the profile this week. Yep. And don't forget the fantasy matchup Monday. Bud Crawford this week on the hot seat. How will that turn out? Just, they always say Bud is one of those fighters you can drop in any area and he would be a star. A lot of fighters can't fight in different areas. They just can't do it. But Bud is, man, he's that type of fighter. You could put him in any era. Bud would be a star in it. Any era of boxing, Old school fighter, modern fighter. Take him ahead like 50 years to like 2070. 2170, 2000. Is this the 21st century? This is 2021. Yeah, 2070. Damn, I don't want a whole century ahead. 21st century, but 2000 or something, right? But anyway, you could put Bud in the year 2070. He'd be a star up there, right? But let's get ready to get started on today's show. I ran out of small talk. Boxing in the States, Mississippi. We're going downhill now, too. You remember, Louisiana was the halfway point. So now we're on the other side. Next week is Missouri. I checked before I started this time. Next week is Missouri. Still don't know what Mississippi, what is that? What state is Mississippi? You know how they got a name for each state. What is Mississippi? I don't know. But let's get started. Okay. That's everybody. We're pulling up on the weekend. Tim Layton is in here today. So I got to make it good. Tim Layton's in here. That's a big time boxing supporter there, man. Salute Tim Layton in the building. How are you and Mrs. Layton doing up there in New Jersey, right, Tim? New Jersey. Or is it Philly? I think Tim is from New Jersey. I forgot. But hope everything's going well. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get to my beautiful pictures slide display. Remo had got on me about my sloppy pictures, so they didn't improve 100%. Yeah, he talked about me bad in the meeting, man. I was ready to cry. I cry easy. Somebody got to tell Remo, man. He jumped all over me. Yeah, man. I'm an old guy, and that's why I got that. I got a class action suit against him for age discrimination. $10 million lawsuit, but I will settle for $20 out of court. Okay, it's gonna be on the Hangout one of these weeks. Judge Polo J's court, 1 week. Don't miss it. I'm getting Aunt McQueen or D Free for my lawyer. I hope Remo represents himself because he's a terrible lawyer, man. He got clients in every prison in the United States. Let's get started. Yeah, I hope he represents himself. I'm guaranteed he'll win. Y'all done seen him in court. Terrible lawyer. Okay, let's go. All right. Boxing in the States. Mississippi. Easy to spell because it's got that song. Every state you have a song, how to spell it, Jay Hardcore was singing it this morning, remember, in the Hangout. He did the same thing I do. Every time I spell Mississippi, I sing it out. Yeah. But anyway, Mississippi has a rich history of boxing, including notable boxers and schools that have won state titles. School called St. Stanislaus from 1935 to 1951, 16 years. St. Stanislaus won 7 state boxing titles, right? The most in the state's history. But the school canceled the program for 3 years during World War II. Now, women's boxing, we're going to talk about that today. After World War II, women's sports became more popular, and St. Joseph County in Mississippi became a training ground for women boxers. Johnny Nate, a local promoter, recruited and trained women at his gym, including Joanne Verhagen. St. Joseph County. Yeah, training ground for women after World War II. I went too far, that was over. Okay, now let's talk about some of these big old fights they had down in Mississippi. Okay. The great fight in Pass Christian down in Mississippi. Okay, that's gonna be first. Great fight in Pass Christian, Mississippi. Okay, now today on US Highway 90, let me get my glasses. I had them. There we go. Oh yes. Today on US Highway 90, 1 block west of Courthouse Road between Texas and Arkansas Streets, is a historical marker planted in front of a large, empty, overgrown lot, which reads, Sullivan Ryan Fight. On February 7th, 1882, John L. Sullivan defeated Patty Ryan in a bare-knuckle fight on the lawn of the Barnes Hotel in Mississippi City. Okay, Mississippi City. Let me see. Okay, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more in the building. What's up, Bruce Gas? Boxing in the States, Mississippi today, Bruce. Yep. Talking about this old fight that occurred down there. John L. Sullivan and Patty Ryan. But salute Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Okay, let's continue. John L. Sullivan and Patty Ryan. Okay, where was it? There we go, right there. Yeah, it was in Mississippi City. Mississippi. Now, the fight established Sullivan as the undisputed world heavyweight champion. And in this famous fight between Sullivan and Ryan is when the first recorded knockout took place. Okay? First recorded knockout in history was in that fight, 1889. Now, 5 years later, at 10 a.m., July 8th, 1889, that was 1884, excuse me. 5 years later, at 10 a.m., July 8th, 1889, Jake Kilrain and John L. Sullivan fought in a small sawmill located outside of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, right? After 2 hours and 16 minutes, in the 74th round, Kilrain's seconds tossed in the towel. Okay, 74th round, they threw the towel in. Sullivan retained his title and also scooped up a side bet of $21,000. You imagine $21,000 in 1889? That's like 200-300 G's nowadays, maybe more, right? Now, there's been a trail of professional boxers who stayed at Pass Christian during the years of the late 1800s, when prize fighting was outlawed. Both Sullivan and Ryan reportedly stayed at several of the boarding houses and hotels while training for the Gulfport fight. Now, one of the early boxing trainers, adept in fisticuffs, lived in the Pass and set up training sessions. Okay? Several decades later, there's still little known of what Coach Jones once referred to as the greatest prize fight in Pass Christian. This information came to light from former Gulf Coast tourism director Himbert Sinopoli, whose dad was born in 1905 near the current county courthouse building on 19th Street in Gulfport. Okay? Now, Mike Grimm in the building. What's up, Mike? Boxing in the States, Mississippi. Just talking about right now some old fights that occurred down there, Mike, in Mississippi. We getting up into this is the second half of the Boxing in the States series. We'll end sometime in 2025. Then we're going to start the Boxing Around the World series, okay? Now, oh, Lord, but, excuse me. I'm always hitting something, man. Hit the wrong thing. There we go. Go there. Okay. Salute, Mike Rim. Now, sometime in the 1920s, local and out-of-town fight promoters chose a beach site at Pass Christian, as well as having recruited Bidwell Adams as referee. Now, Adam, he was from the Pass, later became a Mississippi lieutenant governor, right? Now, while hyping the fight to build up the pot, boxing challenger Buster Malini of Henderson Point, Mississippi, began early training sessions by knocking out a few live sparring partners that were picked from Market Street, Skid Row. Yeah, they brought guys in from Skid Row to spar against this guy. He was knocking them out. But during one of these sessions, Malini sprained his wrist, right? Now, because the fight was already set and the pot was big and the opposing champion had already arrived from out of town, a wounded contending challenger would not do, okay? So squaring up to the dilemma, the promoters resolved their problem by enlisting Charlie Sinopoli to stand in for Buster, right? So Charlie was no piker, but he had withdrawn from his earlier boxing career by insistence of his new bride, right? His wife didn't want him boxing. But under pressure and a promise of a good slice of the steak, Charlie finally gave in. By subterfuge and unbeknownst to his wife, Charlie was announced as battling Ortega. Now, Charlie had been told, now listen to this is interesting. Charlie had been told that the fight was fixed and that he was to lay down in the 5th round. But upon entering the ring, his opponent sputtered out, "Dago, you better fight for your life." And with that remark, Charlie battling Ortega resourcefully battered the champion round after round, while splattering his opponent's blood out to the yelling ringside spectators. Now check this out. After a great beating, the champ's coach threw in the towel by the 6th round. But under pressure from the promoters, the referee Adams picked up the towel and tossed it back out of the ring. Now thinking that he had won the prize, poor Charlie was caught off guard. He turned his back and was walking away. He was blindsided by a rabbit punch from the champ who had threw the towel in. But the referee threw the towel back out of the ring, so he got up and hit Charlie in the back of the head. Dazed, Charlie was then clobbered with one blow after another. Although he was never knocked down, the judges called the decision in favor of the champ. Yeah, ain't that something? The man had won the fight. He beat the champion so bad his corner threw the towel in. And the promoter made the referee throw the towel back out of the ring. Charlie was going back to his corner thinking he had won, and the man hit him in the back of the head, and Charlie never recovered and got stopped. So back to Gulfport, Mississippi, when Charlie woke up the next morning, sore and well bruised, his wife made him swear off boxing forever as she pressed his hand atop a Bible. Yeah, his wife said, "No more boxing for you, Charlie." Okay, I thought that was an interesting little article. Now let's talk about these women. Ain't that something though? The referee threw the towel back out of the ring. He should have told Charlie first, the fight ain't over. He just let Charlie turn his back and walking away, and the man snuck up on him, man, and snuck him. And he got a good one in because Charlie never recovered, man. That was terrible. And you know, back in them days, the loser didn't get paid. Only the winner got the pot. They had one pot, one bag, and the winner got the bag. The loser didn't get paid. But a lot of times, the winner would go through the audience and try to take up a collection for the challenge. They would do that. Whoever won the fight, he would go through it and take up a collection for the challenge. But really, officially, the challenger didn't get paid. Just the winner. And Charlie had really won the fight, man. That was crazy. Wow. Think boxing is crazy now. The referee threw the towel back out of the ring. BN Boxing News. Salute BN Boxing News. Melanin Queen 27. Yeah, Jarrell spoke to you like 20 minutes ago, Melanin Queen. I was looking for your name. I didn't see it. Jarrell said he knows you's coming. Salute Melanin Queen and BN Boxing News. Hope y'all having a great day. Hope this couple 2 hours with me will make it just a little bit better. Okay? Boxing in the States, Mississippi today. We're going to talk about, because after World War II, women's boxing became big down there. We're going to talk about that now. Okay? As soon as I write y'all names down. Okay. Now let's continue. And oh yeah, we're gonna run a little short, so I got we're gonna talk about some of the most impressive records in boxing history later. But let's talk about this women's boxing down there in Mississippi. Okay. St. Joseph County, a great training ground for women boxers after World War II. Okay. Now, since we got this big women's fight this week, I keep hitting the wrong button, man. We got this big women's fight this week, and I thought it would be appropriate. We talked about women boxing, put them up there. There's Katie and Amanda. Katie on the left, Amanda on the right. That was the first fight, which I thought Amanda won, but they gave it to Katie. But she couldn't be mad because it was a very close fight. Now, the history of women's boxing in America dates to Victorian times, when it was one of the few suitable sports for ladies to engage in. Boxing, yeah. Now, in the 1890s, a trend toward better health and fitness led to gyms opening across the country, where one might find male instructors teaching women the pugilistic arts, right? So, women were prohibited from fighting each other. Okay, but they were still training in it, but they weren't allowed to fight each other. But you know they did. Now, after World War II, women's sports became more popular, and many of the pioneers in women's boxing hailed from St. Joseph County in Mississippi, right? In the 1940s, a local promoter named Johnny Nate began recruiting women and training them in his gym, right? Now, his most famous recruit was a woman named Joanne Verhagen. Okay, I keep hitting the wrong button. Joanne Verhagen. There's Joanne, yeah. Yeah, Johnny Nate's most famous recruit was a woman named Joanne Verhagen. That's Joanne right there. Now, Verhagen worked at the local Bendix plant, right? And guess how she was recruited? She was recruited because she beat some woman up that disrespected her at work. And Johnny Nate, the owner of the plant, his brother was one of her co-workers, and he saw it. And he went back and told his brother, but you should have seen this beating this lady, put on this lady at work. And his brother said, bring her over here, man. So that's how she got to that gym and began training as a boxer, right? She worked at the local Bendix plant, and she was recruited after she hit a fellow worker who was harassing her. And the incident was witnessed by the owner of the gym's brother, and he took Verhagen over there, and the rest is history. Now, Verhagen boxed under the name Joanne Hagen, and along with Nate's other recruits, fought in fights all over the Midwest. Even so, female boxers were still not widely accepted. Many of the fights organized by Nate were shut down when the venue was discovered. When the venue discovered he had women on the ticket, yeah. The venue would schedule him, that the promoter had those fights there, but when they realized he had women on the ticket, they shut him down. I don't understand, you know? Women want to smoke, especially nowadays, and I know it was back then, but it was just the thing they had, no women's fights, yeah. So when they finally had women on the card, they would shut the thing down, yeah. Now, but what they did, right? This is how the women got around that, you know. When he was making up the cards, they would come on, guys. Some women assumed more masculine pseudonyms, including two other local women, like Phyllis Kugler. She boxed as Phil. So when the venue looked at the card, it would say Phil Kugler. And so by the time they came out, you know, the fight was getting ready to start, they just went on and let them fight. And this other lady, Villa Emmerich, she would appear as Pat. That's how they got around that, right? And to raise awareness of this sport, Kugler and Verhagen began appearing on national television, facing off in 1954 in the first nationally televised female fight. Yep, 1954, the first nationally televised female fight. Now, they had to prove their femininity to be taken seriously. So the two appeared on the Steve Allen show in 1956 And they first came out in formal evening gowns. Then they went behind the screen and changed in the boxing gear while Allen continued to interview them while he was back there changing, right? And then they emerged to fight, a short fight in the boxing gear, right? Now, yeah. Verhagen's run ended when she was defeated by Phyllis Kugler in a fight at St. Joseph High School in 1956, okay? Now, Verhagen's last fight, that was her last fight when she lost to Kugler in 1956. She later joined the U.S. Marines and lived in South Bend, Indiana until her death in 2004. Yeah. So women's boxing really became big down there in Mississippi. Now let's look at some boxers from Mississippi, okay? And then I got like 12 boxers from Mississippi. And then we're gonna talk about some of the most impressive records in boxing history, okay? But some boxers from Mississippi now. You know who we starting with? Henry Armstrong. He's from Mississippi. Y'all hear me talk about Henry all the time. Yeah, Henry's a Mississippi. Okay. And why do I keep hitting stuff? There we go. Okay. Yeah, Henry Armstrong, remember? Champion in 3 weight classes at the same time. Man, he had featherweight and welterweight, defending them both in 21 pounds apart, man. That's just amazing, man. Amazing. Now, Henry Armstrong, a boxing legend, was born in Columbus, Mississippi on December 12th, 1912, right? He was the first boxer to hold 3 world titles at once: featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight. In 1938, right? Now, he's ranked in the top 5 all time at all 3 weights. And he defended the welterweight title 19 times. 19 times. Told you, just amazing guy, man. 19 times. And he earned Fighter of the Year honors in 1937 and 1938. He was like 28-0 in 38. And then it was like, he fought like 40 times in 2 years and won all of them, right? And he was inducted into the World Boxing Hall of Fame in 1954 and the International Boxing Hall of Fame in its inaugural year of 1990, that old timers category y'all always hear me talking about. And he's a member of the Black Athletes Hall of Fame. Now, yesterday was the first time I ever heard of that, the Black Athletes Hall of Fame. But Henry's in it. Now, after his boxing career, Armstrong became a Baptist minister, and his ministry included working with at-risk youth. And Armstrong overcame alcoholism during his life, right? And Columbus, Mississippi, where he was born, has a Henry Armstrong Day on October 13th annually. Yep. Henry Armstrong died on October 22nd, 1988 in Los Angeles, California at the age of 75, okay? And he had a total of 180 fights during his career. He won 149, lost 21, had 10 draws, and 99 knockouts. Wow, one short of 100. But 99 knockouts for Henry. And I told you, Mississippi got a couple of big ones. They also got the Mongoose, / old Mongoose, Archie Moore. There he is. Started out as the Mongoose, ended up as the old Mongoose. Al Booger in the building. What's up, AB? Boxing in the States, Mississippi, AB, today. We at the boxers from Mississippi already. You know, some states are shorter than others, but I got a good backup plan today. I got some of the most impressive records of all time, 10 of them. You know, that's going to take us to the link, okay? But salute Al Booger, all right? Jarrell, don't erase that message, man. The only bad thing you say is the one that you don't say. Put it back. Crush, the legend in the building. What's up, Crush? From the Coffee and Donuts crew, 6 o'clock a.m. That's a joint TWT JBT operation. It's fire. I don't know why people ain't coming in there checking it out, man. I get up 6 o'clock every morning to watch that, man. Man, you hear, it's not just boxing, hip hop, all kinds of stuff, man. Plus, the legend is a versatile guy, man. He can talk all kinds of subjects, man. And, you know, I retired. I thought I was going to be able to sleep till 10, 11 o'clock. Then here come Crush with coffee donuts. Got me getting up at 6 o'clock every morning, man. Yeah. But I do it faithfully, man, because it is fire. F-I-Y-A. Fire. Salute, Crush, the legend in the building. Okay, boxing in the States today, Crush. We talking about Mississippi. Okay. Yeah, now we talking about some boxers from Mississippi. Archie Moore. The Mongoose from Mississippi. Yep. Archie Moore. There he is. Now, Archie Moore is the longest reigning world light heavyweight champion in history, all time, from 1952 to 1962. Now, what it was, Archie took 16 years to get a title shot. And you know, the man deserved the title shot before then. 16. He was 23 when he came in. He was 39 years old before he got his first title shot. So Archie said, I'm not losing this. Once he got it, he kept it for 10 years. Because Archie said, if I lose it, it took 16 years, I'll probably never get another one. That's why he's the longest reigning of all time. Because Archie said, I ain't losing this, man. It took 16 years to get it. Archie kept it for 10 years. 1952 to 1962. Through an entire decade almost, right? Now, Archie had one of the longest professional careers in history too, right? Competing from 1935 to 1963. 28 years, man. Longevity. Yeah, I said that right. 1935 to 1963. He was about 80 when he retired. No, he wasn't that old, but he was up there, man. 23 when he started, 28 years, about 51. Early 50s, yeah. Archie. That's why he was nicknamed the Mongoose. And by the time he retired, he was nicknamed the old Mongoose. You know, the other boxers, fighters said, no, Archie, you can't be the Mongoose no more. You now the old Mongoose. Right. So he became the old Mongoose by the end of his career. Yep. And he was a highly strategic and defensive boxer. He ranks 4th on the Ring's list of 100 greatest punchers of all time. Yeah, he has some pop too. And you had to be defensive, a good defensive fighter to last that long. Almost 30 years, yeah, you got to be a good defensive fighter, man. No doubt. And Archie was also a trainer for a short time after retirement. Some of these guys he trained, man, not no slouches. Just some of the guys Archie trained. Listen, Muhammad Ali, Big George Foreman, Bob Foster, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, Ernie Shavers, and James Quick Tillis, man. Them some big names in the heavyweight division. Archie was from Benoit, Mississippi, B-E-N-O-I-T, Benoit, Mississippi. And Archie had a total of 220 fights in his career. 186 wins, 23 losses, 10 draws, 1 no contest. And Archie is number 2 in all-time knockouts. Get this, 132 knockouts. Number 2 all time. We're going to talk about the guy number 1 later when we talk about the records. 132, that will never be broken. Nobody's even going to fight that many times anymore. Yeah, 132 knockouts. That's a lot of knockouts, man. Right? And out of 186 wins. What is that knockout rate? Damn, I never figured that many wins. Damn. Oh, yeah. I did it again. I think the calculator might work better if I turn it on. What y'all think? Yeah, I believe so. Might work a little bit better if I turn it on. Okay. Yeah. Let's knock out Archie's, the Mongoose / old Mongoose knockout rate is 70, 71%, 70.9, 71%. Not bad. Not bad, Archie. Okay, let's move on to the next boxer from Mississippi. Okay. That's what we're doing now. Boxers from Mississippi. Okay, next is I went the wrong way. Damn, that's Henry again. Let me go back. Archie. Okay. Sonny Banks. Sonny Banks. There's Sonny Banks. Yeah, there's Sonny. I gotta take this hoodie off. Well, it's cold in here, man. I don't like a whole bunch of heat. Miss Cass love heat. Probably up on like 85. Okay. Salute, Miss Cass. Okay. Sonny Banks is next. Now, Sonny is from Birmingham, Mississippi. There's a Birmingham everywhere. Alabama. I think it's a Birmingham, Maryland. Okay, wait a minute. But Sonny's from Birmingham, Mississippi. Okay. Define Arnie says the Archie Moore versus Yvonne Durrell fight were unbelievable. Yeah, Yvonne Durrell. Right. Yeah, those were good. Define Arnie. Durrell says Hall of Fame for YouTube boxer Jake Paul. Hall of Fame. They might as well put me in there, Jarrell. That's worse than Rocky being in the Hall of Fame. The movie star, Jake Paul. They better not put Jake Paul. I'm gonna go up there and blow it up. He don't belong in no Hall of Fame. No. But Jarrell thinks so. So that must have been what he erased. You should have kept that erased, Jarrell. Don't jack up. Just kidding. But Jake Paul don't belong in the Hall of Fame. Sonny Banks is from Birmingham, Mississippi. Now, Sonny competed in the mid-20th century and is primarily remembered for being the first boxer to ever knock down Cassius Clay, later becoming Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Sonny knocked him down, first one, right? In a professional fight. I think Ali went down in the amateur. Sonny was the first one in the pros. Now, in the early 1960s, Banks was regarded in the sport as a rising prospect, known for his lightning fast left hook. But his career was cut short when he died from injuries sustained in the ring in 1965. Yeah. Yep, Sonny took some bad damage and then died from his injury. And he had a total of 25 fights in his short career. He won 18, lost 7, and had 14 knockouts. So he was starting out with a pretty good knockout rate. Yeah. I'm gonna leave these knockouts rates alone after this. He was starting with a pretty good one though. It was 77. Not bad. Yeah, on time get up around 80, that's good. Next, boxers from Mississippi. Floyd Jumbo Cummings. That's Floyd on the right, the big guy. Yeah, the big guy is Floyd. Floyd Jumbo Cummings. Okay. Now, Floyd is best known for his fight with Smoking Joe Frazier. He's from Ruleville, Mississippi. R-U-L-E, Ruleville, Mississippi. He served 12 years in prison for murder, where he learned how to box. Upon his release, he made his professional debut at the age of 29 in 1979, right? And when Joe Frazier made his comeback in 1981, Cummings was his opponent. And they fought to a 10-round draw. Yeah, that's what he's known for. And Jumbo only had 22 fights. Well, only, that's the more that I had. He was 15-6 with 1 draw, 13 knockouts. Wow, 87%. 87% knockout rate for Jumbo. Go ahead, Jumbo. That ain't bad. 87%. Okay, let's move on. We got a few more. Then we're gonna look at these records, impressive records from boxing history. Yeah, that's gonna take us to the lake. But I appreciate everybody rocking with me today on this Thursday afternoon in the JBT. Still got some, 3 more good acts coming up. You know, we done had Crush the Legend, Jay Hardcore in the Hangout, Cat Sports. We still got Just Do Boxing coming up at 4. That's what I'm warming you up for. We got BVO Boxing TV at 8. And we got the Rise Podcast at 9. So yeah, stick with the JBT. You won't go wrong. Next is Kevin Davis. Did I change it? No. This cat. Oh, come on. I keep hitting it wrong, but we're going to go off the air in a minute. I keep going. Kevin Davis. There's Kevin. Yeah. Now, Kevin is from Natchez, Mississippi, right? Boxers from Mississippi. Natchez, Mississippi. And he's a former cruiserweight world champion, known as Concrete. Davis was a compact pressure fighter, right? He turned professional in 1999. He was undefeated in his first 20 fights, right? But he retired in 2008. And wow, he won his first 20, and then he went 4-11 after that because he won 24, lost 11, 3 draws, 17 knockouts. Didn't do too good second half. Won his first 20, then went 4-11. But hey, he stepped through them ropes. He got my respect. Kelvin Davis. Next is Eddie Futch, the legendary trainer from Mississippi. Eddie Futch. There's Eddie. He's at Smoking Joe. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a little fact about Eddie when we get into here too. Now, Eddie Futch was from Hillsboro, Mississippi, right? And he was a legendary boxing trainer. That's legendary, man. Eddie Futch. Ooh-wee. Legendary. Now, among the fighters he trained are Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, Larry Holmes, and Trevor Berbick. Now, Muhammad Ali had 5 losses, right? 4 of those losses came from Eddie Futch trained fighters, right? Ken Norton, Larry Holmes, Joe Frazier, and Trevor Berbick, right? All these other losses was to Leon Spinks, but 4 of his 5 losses came from Eddie Futch trained fighters. He knew Ali, right? And Futch also trained Riddick Bowe and Montel Griffin when they had the future Hall of Fame fighters, Evander Holyfield and Roy Jones Jr., their first professional defeats. Eddie was good at game planning, yeah. In Baltimore, Maryland, the Futch Gym, a boxing gymnasium, is named after the trainer. And he also trained Ireland's first ever WBC world champion, Wayne McCulloch. And Eddie was married to Eva Marlene Futch from March 21st, 1996 until his death. Futch often called her the love of his life. All right. Eddie, the love of his life. Ain't that cute? Yeah. Miss Cass, the love of my life. Okay, but let's continue. Next is I'm getting ready to say Roy Jones. Leroy Jones. Leroy Jones. That's Leroy with the big afro there. That's Leroy. The other man is going down. Leroy's standing up, knocking him down. I wouldn't put on Leroy's profile him getting knocked down. That wouldn't be right. BVO Boxing TV is in the building. What's happening? BVO Boxing TV. 8:00 p.m. Monday through Friday now because no more Friday night hangout. BVO Boxing TV says, Cass, salute to my big brother Cass Sports, the second greatest boxing historian behind me. Yeah, BVO is a pretty good boxing historian. I said pretty good. Salute, BVO. Okay, yeah, we're talking about Mississippi today, BVO. Now we're talking about some boxers from Mississippi. Where are we? We just did Eddie Futch. This is Leroy Jones. Leroy Jones, okay. Now Leroy is from Meridian, Mississippi. He won the national NABF, North American Boxing Federation Heavyweight Championship in 1978, right? And he challenged Larry Holmes for the WBC heavyweight title in 1980. Of course, he lost. You know, Holmes went for like 7 straight years. Now, 78 to 85. But that was his only loss to Larry Holmes because Leroy Jones went out of 27 fights, 25 wins, 1 loss to Larry Holmes, and 1 draw, 13 knockouts. Only loss, and he got that title shot, but he fell a little short, but he got it. Everybody lost to Larry Holmes in them years, man. Yeah, BB, I'm gonna call you after this show too, man. I've been busy, but yeah, I got you. Okay, next is Freddie Little. There's Freddie. I know there's Freddie because his name right behind him. Freddie Little. Now, Freddie's from Picayune, Mississippi. Hope I said that right. Picayune, Picayune. I don't know. Picayune, Mississippi. He held the undisputed junior middleweight championship, right? It was undisputed. That was he turned professional in 1957. That's when we had the National Boxing Association, the New York State Athletic Commission was undefeated back then. You know, now NBA became the WBA about 5 years after that, 62. And Freddie retired in 1972 after a 15-year professional career. He had 58 fights, right? Won 51 of them, lost 6, had 1 no contest, 31 by way of knockout. Okay? Freddie Little. Y'all heard of this one. I know BBO heard of him. Buster Mathis. Buster Mathis. Here's Buster. Who all's in the building? Okay. The regulars crowd. Nobody else came in. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Al Booker is saluting BBO. Crush is saluting BBO. Okay. Nothing for me there. Okay, let's move on. Buster Mathis. That's Buster. Now, Buster was from Sledge, Mississippi. He competed professionally from 1965 to 1972, 7-year career. He was the top contender throughout his career, beating other top contenders, including George Chuvalo and Chuck Webber. And he fought other heavyweight greats such as Muhammad Ali, Smoking Joe Frazier, Jerry Quarry, and Rod Law, right? And he also notably beat Joe Frazier as an amateur to qualify for the Olympics. But remember, he was later replaced due to a head injury. Remember, Joe was down when he lost to Buster and wasn't going to go to the Olympics. But his trainer, Yancey Durhan, and them talked him into going, and Joe went over there and won the gold medal. He wasn't even going to go. He was a replacement, an alternate, and won the gold medal. And remember, Joe broke his hand in the semifinals, but he didn't tell nobody because he knew they was going to pull him out of the gold medal match if he told him he had a broken thumb. Went there with a broken thumb and won the gold medal. Joe Frazier, yeah. But Buster Mathis had 34 fights in his career. He won 30, lost 4. He had 21 knockouts. Just a couple more. We're going to talk about some of these impressive records in a minute. Who was that? Buster Mathis? Yeah. Next is Jerry Quarry. Kennedy McKinney. He's from Mississippi. Kennedy McKinney. Yeah, Kennedy McKinney. That's Kennedy on the left. Now, Kennedy is from Hernando, Mississippi. And he won the gold medal in the bantamweight division at the 1980 Summer Olympics in Seoul, South Korea. The one where they cheated Roy, remember? Roy Jones. And in the professional ranks, McKinney won the IBF and WBO super bantamweight titles. So he got a gold medal and was a professional champion. And he had 43 fights during his career. He won 36, lost 6, had 1 draw, won 19 by way of knockout. Okay, 2 more. And the next one is Alfonso Rattler. There's Alfonso Rattler. There's Alfonso, right there. Okay. Now Alfonso is from Clarksdale, Mississippi. All these guys from Mississippi today and boxing from the state. Alfonso Rattler from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Now he competed professionally from 1980 to 1989, a 9-year professional career. Now he held the WBC and the Ring Magazine cruiserweight titles in 1985. And he was later a boxing coach at the Harvey Boxing Club in Harvey, Illinois, right? Had 34 fights during his professional career, of which he won 25, lost 9, 18 by way of knockout. And the final one for Mississippi, Ernie Terrell. His sister was Tammy Terrell, a Motown star. I know Crush know about Tammy Terrell, don't you, Crush? Used to go with Marvin Gaye, remember? Used to go with what was the lead singer for the Temptations? God, I can't remember. What was his name? Put it in there. David Ruffin. Tammy went with David Ruffin and Marvin Gaye. You remember, Crush? Yeah. And this is her brother, Ernie Terrell, right? Now, Ernie was from Belzoni, Mississippi. He competed from 1957 to 1973. He held the World Boxing Association heavyweight title from 1965 to 1967, yeah. And Ali took it from him. He was one of the tallest heavyweights of his era at 6 feet 6 inches tall. And that was a rarity back then to get him tall like that, yeah. And he unsuccessfully fought the other world heavyweight champion of his era, Muhammad Ali, in a heavyweight unification fight in 1967, losing by a unanimous decision. And Terrell was the elder brother of 1960s Motown star singer Tammy Terrell. And remember, I told you in that fight, Muhammad had changed his name to Muhammad Ali, but Ernie Terrell insisted on calling him Cassius Clay throughout the lead up to the fight. So in the fight, Muhammad was beating on him, telling him, "What's my name?" He literally beat Eddie Turan to call him Muhammad Ali, literally beat it into him. And he said, "What's my name? Muhammad Ali." Yeah, he beat the mess out of him. But Ernie had 55 fights in his career, right? And he won 46, lost 9, had 21 knockouts. Yeah, he said, "What's my name?" Muhammad Ali. Okay, now let's talk about some of these memorable. He beat it into him, fights, yeah. Said, "What's my name? What's my name? Muhammad Ali. Your name Muhammad Ali. Stop beating on me." Yep. Okay, let's talk about 10 of the most impressive records in boxing history now, okay? This is going to take us up to the link. Okay? Get ready, Jarrell. I know Jarrell hitting. Okay, I can depend on Jarrell hitting that link every day. Knowledgeable young boxing guy. Okay. 10 of the most impressive records in boxing history. Put you back over there in those books, get out the way. Okay, here we go. Now let's talk about this. These impressive records, okay? Very good little segment here. Okay, now the sport of boxing has had its share of legendary fighters, right? Who have left undeniable marks on the sport. These fighters managed to separate themselves from others of their time and gave us some of the greatest storylines in boxing history. Now today, we will take a look at 10 of the most impressive boxing records you will ever know of in boxing and the stories behind them. So let's get ready to look at these records, okay? These are some of the most impressive records in all of boxing history. Let's jump into it, okay? Let's jump into it. Let me get down here. I put this in last so they're out of place. But I know what they look like. I gotta jump around and find them. First is Floyd. There's Floyd. I went past him. Okay. Number 1, Floyd Mayweather. This is the most accomplished boxer to retire undefeated. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Okay? Floyd Mayweather Jr. Most accomplished boxer to retire undefeated. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr. isn't the first boxer to retire undefeated. I think it's like 17 of them. Champions to retire undefeated. I did a show on that, remember? But he is the most accomplished boxer who never lost a fight during his career. Now, Floyd defeated more title holders and world champions than any other fighter during his boxing career, with a total of 23 victories against opponents who were champions at the time they fought him, right? That's almost half of his total fights, going against the best of the best, right? And that gives you a clear picture of what makes Floyd's 50-0 record more special than other boxers who retired undefeated, right? Floyd also won titles in 5 different divisions during his career. And his arch rival, Manny Pacquiao, has the second highest number against current champions at 22. And speaking of Manny Pacquiao, he's next. Okay? I'm going to shut this whole thing down in a minute. Keep hitting the wrong thing. Oh, there's Manny. Yeah, Manny is most titles in different divisions, Manny Pacquiao. It's 8, but I believe Amanda's going for number 8 tomorrow night. Right? I don't think Amanda never had. Yeah, it is crazy, isn't it, Al Booker? Amanda got 22. I did not know that. Now, Amanda got 7, and I think she never had junior welterweight. So if she can win this fight tomorrow, I think she ties Manny at 8. And if she can go get welterweight, she's got the record at 9. Okay? Just a little side note to think of. Most titles in different divisions, Manny Pacquiao. Now, there's a reason why Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather have been the 2 biggest names in boxing for the past 2 decades. Manny weighed 111 pounds for his first world title and moved up a total of 38 pounds during his career, winning titles in each division. Now, he skipped 2. I think it was 115 and 118 or something like that. He could have had 10 divisions, but he skipped 2. Yep. Now, that automatically makes Manny a serious contender as one of the pound for pound best fighters in boxing, going through all those divisions in boxing history. To put things in perspective, Floyd weighed 130 pounds for his first title fight. Manny weighed 111. Yet both men ended up fighting at similar weights, right? They say Manny was on that juice, but I ain't going there. That's a show for another day. Okay, next is most times winning the undisputed heavyweight title, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. Most times winning the undisputed heavyweight title. Yeah, Muhammad Ali. I use that picture on my jab show. I got 900 views. Maybe I get 900 on this one. Okay. Now, Ali's performances inside the ring were as impressive as the many stances he took outside the ring. Okay. He was the undisputed king of boxing more times than anyone else has ever been. It's part of what makes him so relatable to people worldwide. Ali faced his share of adversity inside the ring, but he always came back better and stronger than ever, right? Always came back. Being an undisputed champion in boxing means you won all the major organizations' belts, making clear you're the best fighter in the division. Undisputed, that's what undisputed means. Textbook definition. You're the best. Ali won all those belts when he defeated Sonny Liston, George Foreman, and Leon Spinks. Okay? Muhammad Ali. First time undisputed was Sonny Liston. Second time was Big George. Third time was Leon Spinks. Been undisputed 3 times. Nobody else has ever done that. Okay, next. Oh, there I go, going backwards again. Manny Ali. Next is the longest undefeated record. Packy McFarlane. Went back a ways to that one. Packy McFarlane. Longest undefeated record. Now, if you're impressed with Mayweather's record of 50-0, wait till you find out that the record holder has more than twice the number of wins Floyd has. McFarlane competed during the late 19th century and early 20th century, and he officially compiled a 70-0 record before retiring. And to make his record even more impressive, he scored 50 knockouts. Ironically, McFarlane never got a title shot. Never had a title shot. 70-0, never had a title shot. That's crazy. That probably says a lot about the level of competition he faced and how poorly regulated boxing was back then. Yeah, that's terrible, man. Never lost a fight, but never had a title shot. 50 knockouts. Now, that 50 knockouts go a long ways to explain why he have a title shot neither. Them champions didn't want to go in there and get knocked out. Okay, here we go. Most knockouts in a boxing career, Billy Bird. This record will never be broken. Never. Most knockouts, Billy Bird. Now, Billy Bird looked more like an average working class man than a professional boxer during his prime. Yet, he holds the record for the most knockouts in boxing history with 139. Archie Moore is second at 132. 139 is a record that never be broken because nobody's even going to fight 139 times anymore, right? He had 356 fights during his career, which wasn't that uncommon during the early 20th century. There are no close seconds to Billy Bird in modern boxing. Archie Moore has the second most knockouts in boxing at 132, and he also competed during the early 20th century. Now, the record holder for most knockouts among active boxers is Deontay Wilder at 42 knockouts. And the sport has simply evolved too much for modern boxers to compete with Billy Bird's record. Yeah, no way. No way. Nobody will ever break that. Nobody's even going to fight that much anymore, you know? Okay. And the next one is the oldest world champion. You know, that's B-Hop. B-Hop, Bernard Hopkins, oldest world champion. Yeah, that's so true, ain't it, Crush? Oldest world champion, Bernard Hopkins, right? Now, Bernard Hopkins changed many boxers' retirement plans when he defeated John Pascal to win the WBC and ring light heavyweight titles at the age of 46. And he did it 3 times. He broke George Foreman's when Foreman had it at 45, right? Then he broke his own when he was like 48. Then he broke his own again when he was 49. So the record is 49, but B-Hop broke it 3 times, right? Now, it was a testament to how well he took care of himself after initially retiring and his evolution as a boxer. Hopkins was a feared hard hitter during his prime, but he adopted a more defensive style as he closed on his 40s, right? Which turned out perfectly well for him. Now, in a world where many professional athletes retire in their 40s, Hopkins showed the world fighters can still compete at a high level at the age of in his 40s if they put in the work and adopt a style that suits their physical limitations. Yeah, he went from like offensive into a more defensive fighter, like Pretty Boy and Money May did, kind of. Yeah, because like I'm saying about Archie Moore fought, he was 51, and he was a great defensive fighter his entire career. Because if you're gonna fight, he fought 28 years. You got to be a good defensive fighter, right? Ain't no doubt about it. Now, next is the shortest heavyweight title holder, Tommy Burns. The shortest heavyweight title holder. What's that all about? Tommy Burns. There's Tommy. Now, he was a 6 foot tall heavyweight boxer is considered short, since many heavyweights like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder stand at 6'7", right? And what is Tyson Fury? Is he 7? He ain't no damn 7 feet. But yeah, Burns stood at only 5'7", but he managed to win a heavyweight title. And to make the story even better, Burns is the only Canadian-born heavyweight champion in boxing history. It's proof that size limitations don't have to be a disadvantage inside the ring if you adopt an appropriate fighting style. But Burns wasn't a one-shot wonder either. He successfully defended the belt 13 times. Wait a minute. Oh, shortest. I thought it meant shortest title reign, but it meant shortest physical. Yeah, 5'7". But he wasn't a one-hit wonder. He defended the title 13 times. Yeah. Right? But the shortest heavyweight champion, 5'7", Tommy Burns. I thought they meant shortest reign, like a month or something. They meant physically shortest. Okay, my bad. Yeah, Tommy Burns. Next is the most fights and wins in boxing history. Most fights and wins in boxing history. Len Wickwar. Okay, 478 fights, 342 wins. It's kind of light up here. Can you read 473 fights, 342 wins? Wow. You don't have to be a boxing historian to figure this probably took place in the early days of boxing, when fighting multiple times each month was the norm. Multiple times a week sometimes, right? Wickwar competed in the early 20th century and retired with 342 wins, 86 losses, 43 draws, damn. 94 knockouts. That's a lot of draws, man. Now, 94 of his wins were by knockout. Now, his total number of fights and win record will likely never be broken since boxing has moved in a different direction. Yeah, that will never be broken. A couple more to go. Okay. And the longest break between fights, y'all know who that is. Big George. Yeah, the longest break between fights. Big George Foreman. Yeah, don't forget the raffle. 50-50. $5 will get you in. $20 will get you 5 entries. Whatever we take in, the winner gets half. Drawing is on December 21st, right after the big heavyweight rematch. 5 minutes after the winner gets his hand raised between Tyson and Fury. No, Tyson and Usyk. Not Tyson and Fury. Between Tyson and Usyk. 5 minutes after that fight ends, the winner will be drawn. And the block of, get those 20, 5 for 20, because the last raffle we had a block 3 for 25. And the one gentleman had 7 blocks, which gave him 21 entries. And out of the 3 total prizes, he won 2 of them. So get that block of 20. You don't have to wait till December. You can get it right now today. Okay? Now, the longest break between world titles, Big George Foreman. Okay? Big George went 20 years, remember? George Foreman won his first heavyweight title in 1973, and he retired in 1977. He took a long break from boxing Then came back to knock out Michael Moorer to win the WBA and IBF titles at the age of 45, 21 years later. Okay? And it was just about the same week that he lost the title to Muhammad Ali. Almost the same, almost 20 years to the day, man. Yeah, incredible. But George Foreman, the longest break in between fights. And finally, the only heavyweight to retire undefeated. Y'all know who that is. One of my favorites. There he is. The Rock, owner of Suzy Q. His right hand named Suzy Q. Anytime a man names his right hand, you know he's a bad man. Only heavyweight champion to retire undefeated, Rocky Marciano, and had a fire knockout rate. Retiring undefeated as a world champion is a great feat for any boxer. Only 17 have done it. But it's even more impressive when you're a heavyweight. These boxers hit harder than anyone else, so it only takes one mistake to end up on your back. Just one. Who knows? Maybe Tyson Fury will someday give him a... No, Tyson Fury done blew it. Fury is currently 31-1. Okay. Marciano retired 49-0. I think he had 43 knockouts. Okay. This was before that. Should have caught that, but no, Tyson Fury won't do it. Usyk might got a chance to do it. Usyk's still undefeated. But yeah, he had an 80-something point knockout rate. 88, 87.7. Mike's about to say 88, right? Okay, at 3:30, it's link time. Let me get this link in here. Hope everybody enjoyed that, man. Tomorrow is boxing in the States. No, that was today. We just did boxing in the States. Come on, I slapped myself upside the head. Tomorrow is Profile Day, and we're going to end it with the life and career of the real deal, Evander Holyfield. Okay, that's tomorrow. Make sure you stop by for that. Okay, you know everybody always enjoy those profiles. Let me get this link in so we can chop it up some. I ain't seen Thomas Hill today. Yeah, all are welcome to hit the link. Man. You know, I've been talking for an hour and a half now. It's y'all turn to come up and chop it up. I'll just moderate. Okay. But how's everybody? You ready for the weekend? It's upon us. Mike and Jake tomorrow. Find your card. Amanda and Katie 2. Going for 2. Mario Barrios on there against a good competitor, Abel Ramos, man. So yeah. Mario can make a statement tomorrow. If he can stop Abel, will really be something. But just getting the win will be big for Mario, you know? So I'm looking forward to that on Netflix. Yeah. Big weekend of boxing. Then we got the Riyadh season Saturday, remember? We got another Riyadh season. Zurdo Ramirez against Chris Billiam-Smith. That's a good cruiserweight fight. I think Zurdo is the titleist. Yeah, cruiserweight. And that's a good card. I like that Austin Duarte, what's the guy named? Ken Skinny something. I like that one. And it's a couple other good fights on there too. Very good card. Yeah, tomorrow. No, that one's Saturday. Yeah, that's Saturday. But we had Friday night boxing last week. Keyshawn, remember? They showed out. The sisters did a fantastic job on that national anthem, man. That was fire. Wow, that was fire, man. That was really a successful event down there. All 3 brothers won. The other brothers, adopted brother, Troy Osley won. Just a good card. Keyshawn looked good, but he's not ready for Tank. Okay, come on. Don't do that. I don't know why Keyshawn ain't calling out Andy Cruz, man. Andy Cruz told that man he was his daddy. And that's the more realistic fight, not Tank. Is Keyshawn scared of Andy Cruz? He's calling T.O. Tank everybody's name except Andy. What's up with that, Keon? You looking bad out here, man. Andy Cruz said he was your daddy. And you just ignoring that? I'm just keeping it. I'm sorry, man. I like to keep it 100. How you ignoring that, man? This man came in the pros When he came in the post, he said, your daddy's home, Keyshawn. Keyshawn ain't said shit. Come on, man. Come on, Keyshawn. You calling out Tank. Looking bad out here, man. I'm just keeping it 100, man. Is he scared of Andy or what? You know? I mean, somebody tell me I'm your daddy. That's the one I'm calling out. Tank ain't even a realistic fight. Keyshawn is the more realistic. Well, he calling out T.O. Tank, but ignoring Andy. Man said, I'm your daddy. Boy, I'm your daddy. Crickets from Keyshawn. Come on, man. Crickets. That's terrible. Now, nothing against Keyshawn, but man, that's kind of looking bad out here, man. Man said, I'm your daddy, boy. Crickets from Keyshawn, man. But he can call out Tank and T.O., but won't mention Andy. Is he scared? I mean, it make me wonder, man. I doubt if he's scared, but goddamn, what's up with that, man? What's up with that, Jaw? What's up with that, Jaw? The man said, I'm your daddy. And he calling out Tank.
I mean,
is he scared?
Nah.
Huh? What's up?
Andy,
Only call Andy Cruz out. They plus he beat him 4 times in the amateurs.
he got 4 fights. How many fights Andy Cruz got in the pro?
He got enough.
How many?
I don't know, about 4 or something. That ain't no excuse. Keyshawn only got like 12 calling out Tank with damn near 30, so no, that ain't no excuse to remember a fight. I think he's scared, man. I think he's scared. I think you know Andy Cruz can beat him. Sometimes people got your number, man. And you know, you've been in the ring with him like that. It's the reason he's not calling him out. The man said, I'm your daddy, boy. And he crickets. He ain't said shit back to him. That calling out Tank and T.O. But they never mentioned Andy Cruz yet. What's up with that, man? I just want to know what's up with that. Is he scared? You say he ain't scared? No, I don't think he's scared, but he knows something. Because he was in that ring with that man 4 times. It's the reason he ain't saying that man's name. You know, it's the reason. And Javante, hello. How about Andy, hello? Come on, man. How about Andy Cruz, hello? You know, I mean, I don't know. But what's up with you today, y'all? How you doing today?
Good.
That's good. That's good. You ready for these fights this weekend? You gonna watch Mike and Jake tomorrow? Amanda and Katie and all that this weekend? No?
Don't know.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna check it out. And the VR season Saturday. Yeah, I bet if it was Tank, you weren't Tank and Bud though. That's right. I forgot. Yeah. But a good weekend of boxing coming up again, you know. And yeah, I got to give credit too. They did a good job last weekend on that card down there in Norfolk. There was a fire card, man. The sisters sang the national anthem. They sound better than some of the recording stars that do national anthems. Keyshawn's sisters did, man. They did their thing. Yeah. They can sing, man. That was fire, yeah. Really enjoyed it. Who fought last Saturday? I forgot already. It was a card last Saturday, too. I can't remember who that was now. I think I heard it. Oh, that's Jaw. Oh, Jaw dropped off. I can't remember who fought last Saturday now, Jaw.
Boots fought.
Oh, that's right, Boots. Boots. Everybody is down on Boots, but you got to give Kern some credit too, because Kern came to fight. And, you know, and Kern, the first performance had me baffled because I knew Kern don't usually fight like that, man. Kern rumbles. Got a chin on him and a gas tank, you know. That's what kept him in the fight. So, yeah, we could see a little more from Boots, but, you know, he was in there against a tough opponent, too. And Kern was tagging Boots. I don't know about Boots and Virgil. One time I was thinking Boots would beat Virgil, but I don't know now. That's interesting, man. Because if Virgil teeing off on Boots like Kern was, Boots might go up out of there. You know what I mean? Because Virgil got a lot more power than Curran, that's what I would say. So that's an interesting fight. Now, if we get to 5-on-5, that's what Oscar wants. He wants Virgil and Boots. I'd rather see Virgil and Boots than Boots and some Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
Look,
that's
Ryan's
a good
just,
fight.
yeah, that would be
Virgil,
good.
Virgil a killer for real. That's
Yeah, you think? Yeah, after Saturday, man, I've got me kind of leaning toward Virgil a little, man. That Boots right there, I think Virgil beats him. Virgil beats that Boots. You know, now Curran is a good fighter, but he gave Boots some trouble, man. I don't think that Boots beats Virgil. Maybe he does. I just don't think so. You know?
You think Virgil will stop Curran?
Nope. Curran will go the distance with him. Curran got a beard on him, man. No. It's gonna take a lot to stop Curran. Yeah. He'll go the distance.
What about what's his name? Showtime or what's his name?
Stop who, Curran?
What's his name?
Boxing news in the building. Say it again, Jai.
Who was that Boots press conference? What's his name again?
In 154? He fought
he was at Boots press conference trying to get a fight with Boots. They say
you talking about Conor Ben? Conor Ben?
Nah. Dang, I'm forgetting your name right now. He fought Adrian Broner though. He just
I didn't see it. Oh, you talking about Blair Cobb?
How you think he'd do versus
Curran beats Blair Cobb, man. Curran might stop Blair Cobb.
Think so?
If he catch him like he was catching Boots, Curran probably stopped Blair Cobb, man. People sleeping on Curran. I knew I seen him fight before the first Boots fight. I was baffled the way he ran because Curran likes to rumble, man. And he got gas tank and chin. Those two things keep you in any fight: gas tank and chin. And Curran got both of them.
He fought Boots better than anybody ever fought him.
He did good, man.
He boxed. He showed very good boxing skills. The first fight, he showed that he was brave.
He was taking everything Boots threw at him. That was the key. Because Boots
I don't think he exposed Boots unless you just like.
No, it was just two good guys going at it, man, rumbling. They was catching each other. And some guys, Boots got out of there with certain shots he was landing on Curran, but no, I think Curran might stop Blair Cobb. You talking about Blair Cobb, right?
Yeah.
Luke J. Hardcore. Yeah, Curran probably stop him, man. A lot of people sleeping on Curran. I knew about Curran already. Yeah, he rumbles.
I know that. I watched the fight, the first one, but I ain't know Katie Taylor.
That's what threw a lot of people off. I was shocked.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano.
Oh, what you say about?
I ain't know Katie Taylor won the first fight, but I knew it was a good fight. But like to say that more time would be bad for Katie Taylor, I disagree with that. Just like off her style, like she had just box shift stuff. If you give her more time, then she got more time to take her time. Yeah.
He was saved by the bell a couple times in that first fight. Amanda had a hurt bad about 3 times.
Right. So less time.
3 minute round, she'd have been up out of there. Now this
less time is advantage against her because she got
to.
But she
got to do the
adjustment.
Because when she was moving, Katie, long she kept getting caught when she stopped moving her feet. Amanda but when Katie was kept her feet moving and everything, Amanda kept having to reset, and that's when Katie was doing her best. So she's gonna make the adjustment. You know, that's what the rematch is all about. You know, making them adjustments. But yeah, I agree with you on that. I think, it won't be no stoppage. But who you got, Katie? You got Katie?
Yeah.
Okay. Ray Patterson. What's up, Ray Patterson? Straight out of New Jersey. It's going to be a good one again. I thought Amanda pulled it out, but I ain't mad because it was a good, close fight, you know. Yeah, it was a very good fight. And it's Burials is on. It's a good card, man. Jake is a great promoter, you know. Only thing, he always put himself on the cards, but hey, he's the owner of the company, so he can do what he want to do, you know. I think Jay said he getting 40 mil. Mike getting 20. Amanda getting 10. That ain't bad for a woman's boxing, man. You know, 10 million. Damn good. More than women should go over there to Jake. MVP Promotions. They're gonna do a lot better than a lot of these other fights. These pound for pound fighters, like their cards be doing. This Jake Paul card, you know. Ain't Shadeja Green? Ain't she on this card? I think. Yeah, Shadeja's on it. Shadeja Green. Oh, you know the fight I like tomorrow? It's Kenneth Sims and Oscar Duarte. You familiar with them? Remember, Oscar Duarte fought Ryan last year. Him and Kenneth Sims on this card. I like that fight.
Hear me? Oh, I'm still here.
Yeah, I hear you. You familiar with Oscar Duarte and Kenneth Sims?
Who?
Oscar Duarte. Remember he fought Ryan Garcia last year before the Devin fight?
No.
A guy named Kenneth Sims. They on the card tomorrow. I like that fight for some reason, man. Yeah. I like that one. And then Jose Ramirez and Arnold Barboza. It is a good card. Tevin Farmer and Williams Zapata. Man, that card is loaded tomorrow. I ain't gonna miss that one. That's Riyadh season. Yeah. And then I don't know what we got coming. Oh yeah, we got the Benavidez. What you think about that one, y'all? David Benavidez and David Morrell.
That's a 50-50 fight.
50-50?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna lean Benavidez early. But yeah, 50-50. But that's early next year, man. So if that's any indication of how next year gonna be, 25 is going to be good. Like, remember 23 started out with Tank and Hector over there in DC, remember? And then that whole year was fire. That was a fire card. January 7th, 2023. So now we got somebody saying Tank might be on that card. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is. Him and Lamont. That would be fire. Yeah, Shadeja's on there. Mm-hmm. She's going for a belt. Belinda Watpool. Shushu Carrington. Just loaded, man. 2 good cards this weekend. The next Saturday is, man, I never heard of them. From Paris. Wow. We got, I can't even see who that is, but I'll bring them up. Oh, Define Arnie. What's up, Define Arnie?
How you guys doing?
Okay, how you doing today, bro?
Good, thank you.
That's good. We getting close. All we got is a wake up.
Man, the Battle of the Davids, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What you think about that one? Yeah.
I love them both. I think David Morrell hasn't faced the opposition that Benavidez has. I think that's going to be an issue.
That's why I was leaning Benavidez, man. Yeah. Experience, you know, that means a lot, man. I think.
Just too soon, right?
Yeah. Could be. But everybody, he said he's ready, so put him in there. Only one way to find out. When is that, though? Was it April or something like that? I was trying to see if it's not on the schedule yet. I know it's early next year.
One thing about Andy Cruz, though, I know he's gonna be. I know he's gonna be in shape. Like,
yeah,
I know he's gonna fight. He could fight a 12-rounder right now. You know.
Yeah.
But as far as experience in the pros, I don't know about that. And then how many fights he got and how popular compared to Keyshawn.
But you know, same time.
February 1st says here.
Oh, go ahead. Say it again, Define Arnie.
February 1st says here.
Oh, February 1st. Okay. So if that's any indication of how 2025 going to be, we're in for a treat. Now, Andy came out of that Cuban boxing system, and that makes up a lot for the lack of experience in the pros because they got that's like a pro system, man. You know,
that's very true.
No. Oh, yeah. That's why he started out fighting 10 rounders. He didn't start at no 4, nothing like a normal prospect. He came right in at 10.
Them Eastern Europe guys too, like Loma with all those fights and everything. Yeah.
Good point. Same thing. Yep, them Eastern European guys. Because they start late, man. A lot of them be up in their 20s when they turn pro. They had 300-400 amateur fights.
Unfortunately, I think that has to do with subjects outside of boxing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Same thing with the ball players and other professionals.
Yeah, I know. That's why Teofilo Stevenson never turned professional, because he would have had to defect. And he loved Cuba. He said, "Nah, I'm not leaving my people," because he would have never been able to go back. So you got a big decision, man. You can come make all that money, but you can't never go back home, man. So that's a huge decision.
Yeah.
They tried to entice him, but Teofilo said, "No, I can't do it." They wanted him and Ali so bad. Say it again.
Rigo got a very sad story about that too. Like they took everything, and but yeah, it was rough to hear for sure.
Yeah. Like Andy, David Morrell, they both defected, right?
Got to.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't understand that, man. How come they never let them guys turn professional? That's crazy.
Yeah,
everybody else does it too. It's a couple other countries. Hungary used to do that. I don't know about. Remember Laszlo Papp from Hungary? He was like almost 40 when he finally turned professional, because he stayed. They wouldn't let him turn professional either. But he finally did. Like he was almost 40 years old. He won 3 gold medals too in the Olympics. Because that's all he could do was fight the amateurs. Yeah. 3 of them. 2 of them from Cuba. Felix Savant and Teofilo. And I think Teofilo would have fought Ali like around the 80s. I picked Teofilo for that one. Because Ali was old, already had that Parkinson's a little.
Okay.
You think, late Ali, Teofilo probably would have beat him. Leon Spinks, Trevor Berbick, Larry Holmes all beat him.
Yeah, that was hard to watch, those fights. Yeah. In my opinion.
Now, pre-suspension Ali, I don't think no heavyweight is beating that Ali. 60s?
I think I agree. Yeah, I think I agree. Maybe Prime Tyson. That's the only, because of his ability to cut off ring.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Tyson? Yeah, that's one of the biggest fantasy fights of all, Tyson and Ali. Yeah.
Maybe Marciano, but Marciano to me was very much more limited than Tyson was. I don't think he's gonna catch Ali with that Susie-Q,
Plus he was smallish too, man. He never fought like always in the 180s.
Yeah, he wasn't like today. He wouldn't be a heavyweight.
No, Joe Frazier needs it. They probably both be cruiserweight, but they didn't have it back then.
Yeah.
But it really was a smallish era too. It wasn't these big 6'7", 6'8", 260-pound guys back in them days neither.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't too bad on it. Yeah. That's why they made cruiserweights. Heavyweights started getting huge, man. They said it wasn't fair for these little 190-pound guys fighting these big 225, 40-pound people. So they made cruiserweight, That was one part of the reason they made it. Yeah.
That's cool. What do you think? What are your predictions for example, Zurdo Chris Billam-Smith?
Zurdo, I think I give Zurdo a decision.
Zurdo's really complicated fighter.
Yes. What do you think about that one?
I'm going with the UK guy.
Okay.
That's a tough one for
decision
me.
Or stoppage?
No, decision.
Decision, okay. It'll be a good fight though, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And a good card overall too.
Who else is there? Because I'm so confused, if it's Devin Farmer or
Honor Barboza and I forgot who Honor was fighting. I just had it up. Wait a minute, I got it right here in front. Oh man. Arnold Barboza is fighting. I done went all the way down to December. I'll be back at it in a minute. Paris, France. We got a lot of stuff coming. Yeah, okay. Arnold Barboza is fighting Jose Ramirez. That should be a good one. 12 rounds too.
Jose Ramirez is the guy that fought Josh Taylor.
Yeah, Josh. They was going. That's when Josh got undisputed. Remember?
Yeah, that was a hell of a fight. I think he's been inactive, right?
Yeah, for a while, man. But both had been fighting that much either, though. He had been suspended or something, remember? He was supposed to fight Rolly. Wasn't that him? And then he failed a test or something? I think it was him.
You mean the Barroso is his name? The guy that knocked out O'Hara Davis, I think?
Yeah, Barboza. Yeah, Barboza. I'm probably not saying it right. Junior.
Barboza.
From 140.
Yeah, he's like in his 40s, right?
No, you're thinking about Barroso.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, not him. Not Barroso. He treated Barroso. I think they treated Barroso bad, man. Remember, he won that title eliminated and never got the title shot.
Yeah.
Pitbull got it, then Rayo got it, and Barroso never got it. What was the purpose of the title eliminated? You know?
They didn't see that coming.
Yeah, they didn't think he was going to win. They didn't want that old guy, up to had the titles. That was clear. Remember, he was beating Rolly, and Tony Weeks stopped the fight. Rolly wasn't even hitting him.
Exactly.
I think Barroso hit him.
That was disgraceful.
Yeah, man, that was terrible. That was terrible. Yeah, and they didn't treat him right. Then he had to send him over to Japan to fight this guy, Japanese guy with a 90-something knockout rate, and he got stopped in his last fight. So now they think they're rid of him. I wouldn't be surprised if he fight his way back. The old guy.
This is the part of the sport that I just cannot stand.
I know. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. Well, I put the man in a title eliminator if you're not going to let him get a title fight. You know? It's just crazy. But that's boxing. But we love it.
Yeah,
and
no, then I watched Vivo Beterbiev and then I don't remember why I love it.
Yeah. Who did you think won that fight, Bivol and Beterbiev? You think the judges got it right?
Yeah, you had to ask me that. I don't know.
I don't think they got it right myself.
I didn't see a clear winner. I was telling people in the barbershop the other day, and they was like, "Praise, no man, if I don't see a clear winner, I'm gonna tell you it's a draw. This is too significant of a fight, bro."
Yeah,
like
undisputed.
Now a guy has a loss, which is. God, I'm such a Bivol fan. I love Beterbiev, but I'm such a Bivol fan. When he got that loss, I'm like, man, I gave some expletives, you know.
Judges should have made it a draw and run it back, you know. Make it a draw and run it back would have been the thing
Those
to do.
two deserve a trilogy, in my opinion.
Yes.
They are that good.
And that evenly matched, you know.
No doubt.
Classic. Boxer against the puncher, man. That's a classic matchup there.
You got the first version of each other's style, literally.
Yes. And it was a chess match all the way, man. All the way to the end.
You got the pendulum on one side, and on the other side, you got a grizzly bear with intelligence.
Man.
So it's...
Yeah, he kept it, man. You could see him hitting Bivol gloves and knocking Bivol gloves back, punching himself, man. That guy punches hard, man.
No
doubt. But Bivol hung in there with him, though. You know, he hung in there.
Yeah,
you know, that's the thing.
He also showed some serious.
Yes, he did, man. You know? Yes, he did. So, I think we're getting it again. We should get it again, though. You know, with Beterbiev seemed like the type that would want to do the rematch. You know,
because he know it wasn't anybody else for them to fight either.
Nobody else. That's a good point. Nobody else.
Literally.
That's right.
But he's not there yet.
No, not yet. And I don't think Benavidez is ready for neither one of them either. Remember, he went up to 175. I think either one of them beats him. You know?
I believe so. This is going to be a hell of a fight, but I believe so.
Yeah.
Just because they're natural, you know? I give them that edge.
Yeah. And especially after seeing it. I knew Beterbiev could, but after seeing Bivol against Beterbiev, I would think he beats Benavidez too. Yeah.
No doubt.
It would be a good fight.
Good
fight, but it won't be all that hard either, you know?
You know, Benavidez explained it brilliantly. He said, if I can beat the guy that beat Canelo, then it's like seal the deal, you know?
Okay.
He didn't just beat him; he whooped his ass. Sorry for my language, but Bivol, in my opinion, pitched pretty much a shutout with Canelo.
Yes, and then they had it 115, 113. Wasn't that ridiculous? That was a joke, man. 115, 113. Come on, man.
I mean,
that was crazy.
If Canelo you see the scorecards, you think that's fight of the year or something.
Yeah, Canelo had got one more round. They would have called it a draw, man. You know,
punching his bicep all the time.
That was ridiculous. Yeah, but yeah,
has to be expected with Canelo. Unfortunately, as good as he is, man,
and you know, what I was saying, I think Viteria would want a rematch too, because a lot of people say it wasn't a clear win. He want to rectify that, you know, make it a little bit more clearer, or stop him if he can.
I would say the same thing if they gave it to Bivol, in all honesty. I would be happier, but I wouldn't say the same thing. I would be like, he didn't, you know, I prefer a draw, man. Like, seriously.
I thought he had it. I was up screaming and dancing around the room. I thought Bivol had done it, man.
I didn't have it for more than 2 points, though. I got to watch it again, but my goodness, what a fight.
Yeah. Didn't one judge have it a draw? No, I don't. I think it was a split. I can't remember now. It was very close, razor thin though.
I don't remember either.
You know, fights like that, man. I'm glad I'm not a judge. That's got to be tough on them, though. You know, fights
tough fight to score. Yeah.
And you got to make your judgment. You can't go back and look at film. You got to make your judgment right there.
Right there.
You know, you ain't got the luxury of, like we do, looking at the replay and everything after rounds.
Yeah, like give us 24 hours. You know, we'll know. Don't worry.
Yeah. that's a tough job, man. I wouldn't want it to tell you. Somebody's not going to be happy. You know.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
That's tough. But I'm glad we got people that's willing to do it, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's harder when you do it honestly.
That's true. That is true. That is so true. Yeah. That is so true. It is hard too, because you know they always coming at you with offers, and you know.
Exactly.
Bob Arum admitted that he had to pay back in the 90s for decisions and stuff. I think it was the IBF had that big scandal. He testified in that case. He had to pay for rankings and everything, man. So if he was doing it then, I think he's doing it now. He admitted it, you know. What would make him stop? He just told on himself. You know what I mean? He told on himself.
That's right. Well, I mean, he's in a stage now where, you know, he doesn't give an F.
He don't care, right? You know? Exactly. Bob been around a long time. Him and Don King, and it's amazing. They both still promote. Ain't that something?
It's unbelievable. They're both in their 90s,
yeah,
or close to, at least.
A few months apart. They both the same age. I think Don is like August and Bob is like December. Yup, so they go way back. I did a show on the 50 most significant people in boxing history. Both of those were top 5. Don King and Bob Arum. Love them or hate them, they are very significant.
Yeah, whatever you think about them, their impact cannot be denied. I agree.
Cannot be. No way. Oh man, we're always having these good conversations, and then 4 o'clock comes. You familiar with Just Do Boxing? Comes on at 4 right after me.
Yeah, I see it sometime, because that is a tough schedule for me, unfortunately.
Okay.
But, I saw it in the fight. I was with Just Do Boxing the other day.
Okay, yeah, good show, man.
Oh, hell of a show. He does interview. He does everything. He did like Just Do Boxing. Shout out to you.
Yeah, he's coming up next. But I appreciate you for coming up, helping me out.
I appreciate you too, sir. God bless everybody in the chat. Love you all.
Define RD1, everybody. Appreciate you. And Jarrell Hattie. Appreciate everybody for stopping by today. Do a little rundown real quick here. Ray Patterson, BBO Boxing TV, Crush the Legend, Al Booger, BN Boxing News, Melanin Queen 27, Mike Rim, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Tim Layton, Trump, Define Arnie 1, Jarrell Hattie, Ken Saw Loved One, Mike Mazik, Donnie Williams, Hardcore Boxing News, and Miss Cass, and salute the panel today, the fine Arnie One and Jarrell Hattie. Appreciate both those gentlemen. And join me tomorrow, because you know, if it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Boxtorian, bringing you all of that boxing history. Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. This is Cass Boyce. Everybody have a great afternoon, and I will see y'all around those JBT streets.